Okay, it's a bit sad that we are not seeing any Australian POV this time, but yeah, because
Ale
I guess it would have been interesting to see their perspective since
dobra,
they
jak
probably
ktoś
won't
przyjdzie
have the
spoko,
teleporting issue on their
to
side,
może tego nie robić.
Yeah.
and this is gonna be painful to watch.
Easy focus, jedziemy swoje.
I mean, I've played against people from Australia, I've played against people from Japan, and the connection is really bad sometimes.
Bezpieczne linie,
Unless like Botamochi is hosting, because if Botamochi is hosting, then the connection is actually really fucking good. But yeah.
Oh, there is an Australian.
Oh, there is an Australian POV. Nice, nice, very nice. Fast.
Szybko.
Please don't forget to share the link.
Yeah.
Giel.
Okay, if I will probably start strong again with some tight lines. Yes. He's going for the left side. Getting a beaker. Saving it, weirdly enough. Still not using it. Okay. He hit Jaws, and unfortunately
Kurwa, gdzie jest Bikera?
he failed the big boy.
Wait, the perspectives are flipped, I think.
Ta.
Yeah, the perspectives are flipped. Okay, this is correct now. Yeah.
Bańkę założyłem.
Matys, ja mam 3 rakiety.
Oh, his teammate hits a seal. He's trying to get like an Aussie with the rocket, but it's not
Okay,
successful so far.
we are actually seeing a strong early lead from Team Australia with 3 out of 4 players in the top 4, so that's pretty good. But we also see 5 getting one of them.
Prawo czyste.
That seems to be Jasta who's getting missiled here, yeah.
Dobra, typ nie ma fajera, zgniotłem go jeszcze.
Five going strong. He hit Jaws with a missile and then
Pierwszy ma
squished
dużo?
the other guy.
Tak,
So looking good so far for the Poles.
ale pracuję nad tym.
They're
Dobra,
even
dobra, czyli-
winning positions now.
Yep, they're winning positions now.
Trzymajcie te
2,
pozycje.
3 and 4, so that's
mam dodge'a na
pretty
górze.
good like for a start, and
Piker w powietrzu, ale jak robicie kata, to nie uderzycie go.
Five
but
getting
it also seems like I think that's Miniac, the Yellow Panther. He is pretty close to first place, so he can take it out if he makes a good play here. But then again, we also see an orb coming from Jasta. Actually, he had the orb in his storage, and unfortunately, oh, that was a risky play by 5. If he had taken the big boy a little bit earlier, he would have gotten hit by the orb nonetheless.
No, dostałem, a furet nie.
Unfortunate back bomb since he hits his own teammate. But yeah, it won't really change too much, and especially since 5 has the first place now, it's very important.
Drugi box, pamiętajcie.
And with Miniac and I don't know who the Jester Panther is, but yeah, now in 5th place, so they still have winning positions, and they should definitely try to hold on to them.
To pierwszy turbopad za 8.
Yeah, Five should be looking for some shields. He should be rolling like crazy. He gets a nitro.
Oh, the Jester Panther is Matty? Okay.
Okej,
Or Mati, I don't know how to pronounce it.
dobra.
I would guess that 5 will probably try to backspam some more, because like the lead that they have, it's a nice lead, but they can definitely take more points out of this.
He gets a shield. It's very nice.
Nice maniac.
They have top 2 now.
Oh yeah, Miniac actually managed to hit the player from the Australian team, so definitely a good play here, and that top 2 is looking solid right now.
Nie wiem.
Za 8
Box 3, box
A
3
very good
jezioro.
game for the Poles, to be honest. They
Yep.
really played outstanding.
Yeah, but as we can also see on Giles' minimap, there is a lot of teleporting going on. Yeah, and it's probably difficult for Giles to actually hit people, because as we can see, they are teleporting into the ground, into the wall, so yeah, they will definitely have some trouble hitting the Polish players there.
Prawie.
18, nice Mati. 18.
And the teleporting is pretty insane.
Jest, skończyłeś.
Yeah, and he gets hit out of nowhere. Like he can't even see the player he's gotten hit by.
Sorry Myniak za te
11.
hity, ale mogę się wytłumaczyć szybko.
Znaczy wiem gdzie celowałeś. Za każdym razem jechał ktoś obok.
Z tym są bomby.
Yeah, it was a
ja
good
w tym
race
orbie
by Team Poland, for
odpalił,
sure.
bańkę. I ja nie chciałem, żeby on mnie tą bańkę uderzył. O bańką uderzył, jak go wyprzedzałem. I chciałem zaryzykować i go uderzyć, żeby stracił. Wiesz co chodzi. No ale i tak,
Tak,
końcowo plus 2, plus
Oh yeah,
11.
really forgot.
Nice.
Spoko. Skończyłem i tak drugi za tobą, więc idealnie. No i ten beaker przed Big Boyem, czemu go wystawiłeś jak byłem tuż za tobą?
Bo za mną jechał na moim screenie.
I mean, Poland is basically, they are the underdogs
Spojrzałem do
of
tyłu.
this World Cup, and they are doing actually well. I'm happy to see that.
I mean, are they? Are they really?
To dziwne w sumie.
I mean, I would say they are.
Powinien hit być według twojego ekranu.
Since all the other like polls are no names basically
Przeżyłem, no.
in the community.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's kind of true. We don't really see any Polish player really interact with the community. I guess 5 being pretty much the only exception there.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, that's kind of true, I guess.
Musimy naklepać na jak najwięcej punktów teraz, żeby potem jak będzie nam lagować, żeby wiesz, się nie zesrać. Kolokwialnie mówiąc.
Then again, strong race by Team Poland here. They go into a lead of 11 points.
Well deserved.
Na pewno będą chcieli już nawet przed meczem,
Well
oznajmił,
deserved.
że będą zmieniać hosta.
Okej, ale może przed zmienią zdanie, jeżeli jest okej. Coś się można spytać.
Oh my God, we are seeing so many fratellis in the chat right now. Oof. Fratelli overload.
Pojedziesz po item, Mati?
Dobra.
A Mati coś tam sobie jeszcze je. Czy nie? Myślałem.
Jeszcze parówkę dojadę.
Plus 11 Don. For us.
I think my stream is a bit behind. I'm gonna reload real quick. Okay. There we go.
Okay, so we see 5 going strong, taking strong lines, getting the Wumpa,
Kurwa.
and unfortunately, losing fire early on.
Yeah, Jatsa seems to be actually in first place now, but then again we also see a lot of teleporting here. So he might get hit by Miniak or anyone else really, just out of nowhere basically.
To wywalę ją.
Krzycz. Czy nie, spoko.
But then again we see Jatsa taking some strong lines here, so he's definitely building up that lead, as small as it is.
Trzymamy.
And yeah.
Fire.
Okej.
Oh shit, but they're really porting everywhere. It's not looking good on his screen.
Yeah, yeah, on Jasta's screen it looks really bad.
Bo jesteś tuż przede mną teraz na ekranie.
Czysto Mati.
Okej, beaker na...
Beaker pad.
Beaker pad, ostatni.
What?
Ale desync beaker.
But he's using like
Pierwsza
I don't
bomba
understand the
załadowana.
backspam of Jaws. Like
Hmm.
use the beaker like on the pad, so obvious.
Hmm.
He's not taking the Wumpa, okay.
Ale jestem kurna słaby. Ja nie mam ognia.
Ja też.
I have a feeling that Jaws is playing itemless right now. That's how he plays.
Yeah, he has a pretty good lead, but he's not going for any boxes really.
Okay, he gets a shield.
He gets a shield, but I don't know if it really makes sense to keep holding on to it, because as we can see on 5's screen, Miniac and 5 are 2 and 3, with Matty's gamer being about to catch up to someone from the Australian team, so that race might change pretty quickly, especially since Team Poland has winning positions right now. So Jasta actually needs to do some backspam if he wants to help his teammates to get back into the game.
Exactly.
Dalej splantowane.
But he's not doing anything. He's just holding on to that lead. But you know, the first place alone is not enough to secure the win for his team.
Poczekaj. Wal teraz.
But he's holding on to the shield.
Yeah,
O kurwa,
He's not
straciłem
changing
dodge
anything.
przez beaker.
there's an orb coming.
Oh, coming, okay.
Yeah, that orb hit everyone. I don't even know what it all was supposed to do. Like,
look at the screen, it's so confusing.
yeah, it hit
Oh, man.
everyone and nothing changed. The orb didn't do anything. I think that was pretty bad.
To czysto jest.
Orb, like, I mean, it was not bad as such, but it didn't really affect anything.
Mm,
It was definitely a questionable call out.
Dalej nitro.
Ja mam rakiety. Jakbyś go trafił, to bym...
And we see the interaction happening that allows Five's teammates to take over 4th and 5th place, and now we see the Australians in the bottom 3 spots, and it's not looking good for them. Like, they are pretty far behind now, actually, and the race isn't going on for too much longer. It's only 2 laps left. Tiny Arena is one of those tracks where catching up to someone is fairly difficult.
Jest splantowana
So
Chyba wpadł w...
so
Yeah,
they're
because-
relying on Jaws back spam, basically
Yeah.
now.
yeah, they are basically relying on Jalsa's back spam, but then again, there's only so much that he can do. He places a Nitro tight there, but it's also a very obvious Nitro, like everyone places a Nitro there tight, and we can definitely see 5 going wide here probably. Yeah, 5 goes super wide,
Yeah.
avoids that Nitro, and then he also does the call out for his teammates, so that Nitro, not really useful.
Cały czas.
Czysto.
Yeah, the positions probably aren't going to change anymore. Like, the players are so much distributed on the track. The bottom 3 is so far behind everyone else. Matty's Gamer and Mati are hanging around in 4th and 5th places, and still quite a bit behind 5, and 5 is quite a bit behind Miniac, and Miniac is extremely far behind Jalsa, so I think these positions are pretty much set now.
They're
No
set.
nie, to
Nothing
już
will
jest...
change.
O,
Yeah.
dobrze jeszcze. XD.
I guess the shield that 5 has is a nice extra protection, but that's really as far as it goes. You can go tight here, but then again, it won't really matter anyway.
Kurde, na środku, zobaczycie go.
So yeah, it looks like another win for Team Poland.
Yeah, this is another strong win for Team Poland. I think Charles just prioritized his own first place instead of like helping his teammates to get back, because like he was first pretty early on and his teammates were so far behind, but he didn't even backspam. He ignored some boxes, he rolled the shield pretty early and he kept holding onto it, but
15, 16,
he completely neglected his teammates basically, you know?
But I would say that that was just a lack of experience.
Probably, yeah.
Że on jakby stoi po prostu gdzie indziej, czy...
Nie stoi gdzie indziej, tylko ty jesteś odbierany przez kogoś jako na innej pozycji.
Ale
Przez
przecież skoro ja
autora,
dostaję
przez
Pickera-
plantera.
A, bo to tak, bo to jest...
Wtedy dostajesz z lagiem tak wtedy, kiedy on widzi, że ty obrywasz. Że ty wjeżdżasz w tego pikera.
Czyli to świadczy o tym, że my się u nich lagujemy, tak? W takim razie.
Tak. Im większe lagi, tym może być bardziej, jeżeli celujesz się na początku w bikera i w ostatniej chwili skręcasz.
Yo, Zamu, is that really like your
Czyli
Like-
trzeba ten szeroko objeżdżać.
your self-made pasta or what?
A nam ładnie odjechał.
Did you just rip off a picture from the internet? Cause it looks tasty.
Plus 8 z tego?
Plus 7.
Plus 7.
Plus 18.
Plus 18.
Okay, so we see Team Poland having a decent lead
Yep.
of 18 points.
Jak teraz słychać?
So that's quite nice for two tracks.
Okej.
Dobrze.
Yeah, 18 points and 2 tracks is definitely a nice little lead. We can see Team Poland definitely has the stronger team play here.
Jest w ogóle.
I don't know what it is for Team Australia, but it seems like they are basically just playing on their own and just trying to get like the best possible positions they can.
Dobra.
But we see a lot of good team play from Team Poland, so and that's why they are in the lead.
Patrzyłem. Tak, nie umiem tego jeździć.
I mean, maybe the lag could play a role there, but still, I mean, if you see what Josh is doing,
Yeah, I don't think it's really just the lag itself. Like, the lag obviously can play some part of it, but
Zrobić tego fajnego
based on
skoku
how we
za
see the team
domą
playing, like, we can say that it's not just a lag.
No to
Na
po
górę
prostu,
przeskakać.
po prostu jedźcie na miarę swoich możliwości.
Spirale będzie
Powodzenia.
najważniejsze.
Mhm.
Mogę po wumpy pojechać teraz.
Ja spamuję ciasno.
Five is probably going to backspam his item there as soon as possible. Yeah, and he actually beakers, and I think, yeah, it's Giles that was getting beakered.
Josh.
Yeah, Giles that got beakered, right.
W sensie
Actually, Beaker,
Kula.
he will try most likely to backbone
Mm.
the second Australian. Yes.
Paliłem kulę.
Yeah, he almost hit him. It was definitely a good attempt. Using the rear cam also very important. A lot of people shoot bombs backwards without looking backwards, but this is a nice beaker in the shortcut there. That was definitely a mistake by Pink Ferret, since following someone on the same line in such a narrow path basically means you're gonna get backspammed. Like, there was no point for Pink Ferret to take that shortcut. He should have definitely gone wide,
Teraz mam.
and he got punished for it, you know?
I mean, especially because he saw him taking an item crate and he didn't use any item.
Yeah.
So you never do that.
Yeah.
You never follow opponents in a narrow path.
Yeah. And the best thing about us, we actually see Team Poland in the top 4 now. We actually see an unjuiced orb there from Team Australia trying to snipe 5 on first place, but 5 with the blue shield evades easily, so yeah, that orb really doesn't change anything now.
Czwarty może odpalić ten kulę.
Unjuiced orbs, a very good item. They are pretty underused. Like, sometimes when your team is, for example, 2, 3, and 4, and the enemy is first place, a lot of people just don't use unjuiced orbs. They always juice up their orbs, even though they could use an unjuiced orb. And that was definitely an interesting play by Team Australia here, but unfortunately it wasn't able to make an impact.
Although I don't really see any point in launching like non-juiced orb if the enemy is the top 4.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Uważaj, bo leci kula.
If the enemy team is top 4, then there's no reason to not juice the orb.
Tak semi ciasno. Po robocie.
Odpalam kulę.
You see 5 holding on to that knight,
Yep.
so he will most likely trap the shortcut.
Yeah,
Ale
pretty
to ja
sure.
splantuję.
Oh no, he doesn't. Okay.
Splantowane.
Dobra.
Mati.
Dobra.
Maybe the cave? No.
On dodżował.
Okay, but he should definitely place that nitro down. Like, I mean, I guess he doesn't really need to, since his team is top 3 anyway, so he might just keep the nitro to not put him at the risk of hitting his own teammates, I guess.
Na środku. Nie będę plantował skrótu, żebyś Mati mógł
But,
przejechać.
yeah.
Ty też nie plantuj mnie.
Dobra. Nie plantuję.
Chcecie plantować?
Okay, so yeah, 5 finishing first, Minion second, and Mati probably third.
Yeah, Mati is probably going to end up in 3rd place here.
Keep skate'em dostałem pod koniec.
Dobra, nice.
We definitely see some questionable mistakes from Team Australia here. Like, they are following players on tight paths on the same line, and they didn't juice up the only warp orb that they got in that race. They didn't juice it up. They fired it at first place and 5 had a shield, so like they fell behind at the start, and the only power item that they got, they completely wasted it. And yeah,
No ja
Well, what can you
strzeliłem
say?
typa na starcie w cave'ie, potem na skrócie,
Ja też zostawiłem TNT tam.
potem na skrócie trafiłem jednego, ale tak naprawdę 2, bo był desynk u myjniaka. No a potem
I mean, it was a deserved loss, that's all.
Yep.
I have to say.
35
Yep.
jesteśmy teraz.
No, ale nie mieliśmy żadnych broni, które by przyspieszały.
No.
Ja miałem...
and Matty's gamer actually got 5th, so they almost had a top 4 basically.
Które mogły ci robić celownik 5 przez chwilę. Jak się ich
O,
pozbywało.
ja tam niewzruszony jestem na takie rzeczy. Assembly.
Let's go.
No, odredowali się.
Zamu, that's actually a problem because the Aussies are streaming from YouTube.
Yeah, I can't sync the streams because they are streaming from YouTube.
Dobra.
If you're having like a mixed setup,
Yeah.
if one, for an example, the streams on Twitch and the other one on YouTube, you always have that
Yep.
like delay. You can't do anything about it.
Yep. I could pause Five's stream, but then Twitch will try to speed up the stream so that I will catch up. And yeah, and that causes audio distortion and things like that. So there's no way to sync streams if one is streaming from YouTube, since YouTube has such a higher latency. Yeah.
Mogę dać powrót pojechać.
Yeah, the Twitch stream will always be ahead. I can't really do anything against that.
Yeah, because
Wiesz, tu jest
they
łumpa na początku.
basically are handling encoding way better, so
Yep.
I spamuje na pierwszym
they
juterze.
will always be ahead.
Dobra, to ja troszeczkę szerzej pojadę. Internie.
Oj,
Engine.
No, and 5 getting shielded early on.
TNT?
Yeah, a shield is a very good item to get early on, especially on tracks like these, or where the item crate is pretty much directly at the start. So that was definitely a good interaction here, taking 5 out early, since 5 is definitely Poland's strongest player. And I could imagine they would want to try to keep 5 in the back, so that he can't make it back to the front.
Po prawej stronie
But
We are seeing, if I'm not mistaken, for the first time, the Aussies with winning positions.
Jeszcze czysty.
yep,
Ale
they had it for a while on Polar Pass, but they weren't able to keep it, so we have to see if they can do it this time. But then again, we also see Matti breaking into the top 4, taking Jarlster out,
A tym też jest TNT.
and there go the winning positions. Oh, we see Matti actually with, he probably had a mask as well, so yeah, definitely a good item roll there. 5 has infinite reserves, Jarlster has no fire, so 5 can basically extend his lead without needing to worry about anything really. And again, the Poland team definitely turned it around quickly, and they are top 3 again.
Yeah, but they're really playing strong, so this is deserved
Yeah,
again.
yeah, this is deserved, for sure.
Drugi box, pierwszy ten splantowany.
We also see Matty's Gamer being very closely behind Jarlster. Jarlster has the blue shield, but depending on the item rules that Matty's Gamer gets, he can definitely take out Jarlster easily, since 5th place can roll triple bombs, he can roll a mask, he can even roll a warp orb, but then again a warp orb in 5th place wouldn't really be useful in this case. But yeah, Matty's Gamer definitely has the opportunity
Dalej Beaker na prawej łumce.
to make some good plays here and take out Jarlster.
A ja już nie plantuję, jadę itemless, bo mam dodge'a.
Although Jaws, he could like slow down and try to hit him with a shield. Like, he has
Yeah.
options too.
He could, but then again,
But he has like a juiced up bomb, I mean.
yeah, the
Slow down, he can hit him with a shield, or if he misses his shield, he can hit him with a bomb.
yep, for sure. So Jarlster himself is actually in a somewhat comfortable position. He has 4th place with a shield and a juiced up bomb and storage. That's pretty much ideal. Like, that's what you want usually. But then again, he has to be aware of Matty's Gamer. Matty's Gamer in 5th place, he can roll a mask, and a mask would just be destructive. So he still has to watch out. But we also see Jarlster, he's not even looking back, you know, he's not even trying to see if there's anyone approaching, especially since the minimap is so unreliable. But then again, he's just driving, he's not even back spamming or anything. And we see the bottom 3 again not really having an impact on the race. They aren't even getting any power items. So yeah, I don't know.
Kresem dalej jest.
I mean, they will change the host for sure because
Yeah.
like look at that porting.
Yeah,
They are teleporting everywhere. This is so bad.
Jest.
It seems like 5. Is it glitched? Yeah.
Splantowałem środkowy box.
On jest
A prawy też splantowany?
Nie. Środkowy
Weź
box.
chyba jeszcze jakaś bomba może?
Yeah, I have no idea what's happening in Jaws.
Yeah, it's very hard to really tell what's happening since the player positions on the minimap are just so unreliable.
Chyba, no.
From what I've seen, it seems like 5 probably hit something.
Nie wiem czemu to nie wyszło niestety.
Ta sama
And
konfiguracja widzę.
we actually only really see Jarlstar trying to get some positions. Like the other players, they are always hanging around in the bottom 3 without even doing anything, and that's quite painful to watch. Not only just because of the lag, but also because Jarlstar is the only one who's getting any positions basically. But then again, he also, like a 1 versus 4 is just not feasible.
Bra.
Plus 52 dla nas.
This is quite painful to watch, to be honest.
Tak serdzie
I mean, it's again a 1 versus 4,
Yeah.
so nobody wants to watch that. It gets really one-sided really fast. So.
Also, can we talk about how consistent Matty's gamer is? He's gotten 5th in all 4 races.
Okay.
That's actually insane.
Mamy dokładnie 2 razy więcej punktów od nich.
I mean, Fail wrote that the host change won't change the teleporting. Like, I actually,
A mi się podoba z pierwszej.
I mean,
ósmy box, że ten...
I've played against the Australians once, and like, first off, I was the host, and we had no porting issues, but they had, and then they changed the
Yeah.
host. Someone from the Australians was hosting. I think it was
Na
Hakuma,
pewno były jakieś
and then like the
trickery.
porting shifted
Mówisz, że i tak przegrałem,
from
więc już nie ma
their screen to our screen.
Hmm.
Like they had no porting issues, but then we Europeans had the issues. So
Yeah.
I think that that can change the teleporting. Only it will just shift the sides.
Yeah. Yeah.
To jest 3 razy top 4 i
But then again, that's also the basic idea behind the host change. That one side fights with lag issues and then the other side fights with lag issues, so that it's balanced all around.
Zmieniają.
But they are not changing the host.
ten... Zupdate'owane
Oh.
settingi.
Yeah, they are probably.
Yeah.
oh, it seems like they are subbing someone
Subbing
out,
someone,
or are they changing? Oh, okay, they are switching the host. Okay.
Okay.
Że pilnie z punktami jestem.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at the points, we actually see Jarlstar doing really good work, actually, considering that he basically plays 1 versus 4. He has the 3rd most points in general. He's trying to basically keep up the points for Team Australia, but of course he alone won't be able to just fight against 4 players from the enemy team. Like, that's just not feasible. And yeah, I'm like, we don't really see the impact from the other 3 players,
Wydaje mi się, że bez
and yeah, that's not good.
którą robisz tam z tyłu, to by nas gonili.
Nie, w sensie tych 3 oprócz Jarisa. W sensie oni naprawdę jakby odstają na normalnym takim uciekaniu.
I mean, if the porting shifts to the other side, they will have an upper hand.
I mean, will they really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, if everyone is porting on the Polish sides, I mean, they can't hit anyone, you know.
A Kserdzie mówił, że Jamesz jest przeciętny właściwie.
Yeah, we'll see, we'll see.
A nikt
I mean, if you are teleporting, it also means you can't get hit. So yeah.
Wbijam.
Ty tam nie kracz, dobrze? Dziękuję.
So I think Pink Thread is hosting
No
now.
to już ja nie takie rzeczy widziałem już z tą drużyną.
Ale daj spokój. Ty możesz kraczesz chyba teraz.
No
Kolautujcie moc.
ja wolę, żeby każdy był sfokusowany do samego końca, a nie, wiesz...
Co powiedziałeś, Maniak?
Żebyście kolautowali mocno prawy fork, jak będziecie...
The people who are playing for Australia are the only people really left on the team.
Bo on jest nie do...
I mean, yeah, I guess I guess that's kind of true. The players who are playing there aren't really that representative of Australia, I guess, since there's players like Hakuma and Savage Center who are just
Może znowu mi się dwóch
better,
udało
I
uderzyć.
guess, than some of the players here in the lobby.
So they are not participating for Australia.
They did, but for some reasons they don't really play. Like Akuma and Savage Center are basically gone.
Oh,
So yeah.
Pojadę szeroko na początku.
But then again, we've also seen the same from Team UK, because UK always had
Jechać. Może
such
tak,
good
teraz
players.
macie
Like
drugiego
UK could have had
strzela, to
Remix
jest
and Jack and Jordi and Pizza, and that would have been an insane team. All GSC members, of course, all extremely strong players. But with Jack and Remix not participating, UK definitely lost a lot of their fighting power, basically.
mm,
Uuu, aż tak agresywnie.
No.
Okej, dobra, to ja wezmę boksa i dzięki temu będę za tobą i będę mógł srać.
Dobra.
Miejmy nadzieję, że to będzie wystarczające.
But we definitely should give props to Team Poland. Like, as you said, they are kind of the underdogs because Five is really the only Polish player
Powinno być dobrze.
who is really interacting with the community on a larger scale, and they are doing incredibly well. Like, their team play is actually really good.
Czy ja kiedykolwiek zawiodłem was w
I mean, Five told me that they're putting a lot of work.
Yeah, you can definitely
You
see the
can
work.
see it.
Yeah, you can see it.
clearly see it.
Like, Five basically groomed all these players on his. I don't know if grooming is the right word. I don't know how a native language speaker would say that, but he basically just yeah, I don't know the word for it, but
Strzałkę do góry?
yeah, he
They're
raised
there,
them.
he teach them everything basically.
Yeah, he raised them
He
basically.
raised them.
He
yeah, I can say
he
it.
mentored them. Yeah.
Bombę bierzemy. Nice, co tu się dzieje w ogóle?
Because groom means something different.
No i dostałem.
Okay, Five gets bombed early
Ale
on.
lagi. Ja pierdolę.
Yeah, and they're Portugal. I knew it. I
Yeah,
knew it.
yeah. The lag is basically just shifting from Australia
just
to
from the other, to the other team. And yeah,
Yeah.
good luck hitting someone. Let's go. Let's go.
this is really bad.
Yeah.
I can't even really see what's happening since everyone's
Yeah.
just floating in the sky.
Mhm. Yeah, this is hilarious.
O, dostałem pikera na ryj chyba. Albo jakiś lag był, nie wiem.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Maybe this will help them out.
Piker z prawej strony. Przed
But then again, it seems to kinda work out for the Australian team since they have 3 out of 4 players in the top 4 now, and it seems to work better at least for them. But obviously, Team Poland being at a crazy disadvantage here.
To jest...
This is just really bad, and the minimap is basically completely unreliable.
Yeah.
Like we've seen Miniac flashing on the minimap just now, but he didn't even get hit at all. So that was definitely a decent hit.
Cały czas Piker z prawej, ale prawy fork czysty.
Like the Polish players, they have to be especially careful of any item. Like if they pass close to a beaker, they are going to get hit a couple seconds later. So they really
Co jest?
have to be aware of any beaker, and they should definitely pass around them very wide, because otherwise the game will interpolate the movement
Twoja pozycja.
incorrectly and
Wyprzedziłeś
make you
mnie.
hit a beaker.
Orb 10.
Nie. Please don't. Ale w sensie, że masz.
Tak, mam.
And we are seeing the two Aussies holding on tight
Yeah.
to the first two places.
Yeah, I guess the host change is really working out nicely there, since they don't have any lag anymore on their screen. They can finally hit players, I guess. But then
But
again,
this is fair, you know. This is
it,
fair.
it is fair for sure. Like that's what the rule of the host change is for, basically.
Australia Papega.
Yeah, the positions are pretty advantageous for Team Australia this time around. We see someone of them at the bottom spot.
Co jest?
Wow, that TNT didn't even. Okay. He basically
Oh, man, this is so
sacrificed his
unfortunate.
blue fire for nothing.
Nie mam...
Yeah, this is so unfortunate.
Yeah.
Ja nie wiem, co się dzieje
Wow,
tutaj,
what's up with that TNT? Holy shit.
Happening?
I mean, this is a shit show.
Oh
No,
man,
teraz to nie ma sensu.
Strzelanie w ogóle nie
this is a comedy, man. This is. Okay, we
No,
see
nie,
Maniac on the second place.
Yeah, there's also an orb coming, but the orb just does something, nobody even knows what. Yeah, I'm not really sure what exactly happened in this race, but I think somehow the Australian team managed to win.
21.
I guess that's what the host change was for.
No ale to lagi, kurde.
Ja nie sądziłem, że to aż tak bardzo będzie.
No. Wow. Szkoda, że tam w powietrzu by ten beaker niewidzialny złapałeś, bo gdyby nie to, to byłoby dużo lepiej.
Tak, ja też w ogóle wpadłem w Beakera,
No.
po czym się okazało, że jednak w niego nie
Tego
wpadłem.
w ogóle nie było widać, bo patrzyłem dokładnie. Nie było go widać. Była ciasna droga.
What?
But yeah, the host change is definitely working out nicely. For example, we see James with his first placement outside of bottom 3 for the first time. And
Opcja. Nie lagowanie, bo jakiegoś
we see Matty's Gamer again in 5th place.
teraz oni stoją.
No i właśnie, trzeba było się trzymać tego.
Myślisz, że jak oni by między sobą zmienili hosta, to by coś dało?
Nie.
Czy to są przystagi tam między...
Mogliby
Całe
zmienić najgorszy internet gościu, który miał go.
So yeah, the Australian team won 3 points here.
Okay, let's go Australia.
Well done. Okay, so Matty's Gamer with the incredible consistency. He's been getting 5th place 5 times now. It's pretty funny, but yeah, they still have a lot of points to catch up, and it's gonna be difficult, to be honest.
O, no i to jest pomysł.
Dobra, żeby nie było disconnectów jakichś. Ciekawe, czy im też tak bardzo legowało.
We'll see. Maybe we'll see like a close game now because of this.
Zresztą to jest trochę słabe, że...
Leg
że
shifted,
mieć
the
takie
points
połączenie,
are,
bo
yeah,
wiem, że to są zawodnicy,
slowly
którzy
but
chcą
surely
grać
shifting.
w
Yeah, we'll
turniejach
see.
i tak dalej, ale... Nie dość, że...
How are we calling this with
connection
lag?
to jeszcze strefy
We are
czasowe
just
tu.
doing it. Like, go hard or go home.
I z Japonią sobie.
That's really what it is.
Dobra, ktoś z tyłu niech White pojedzie po...
Ja mogę
Ej,
ładnie
tam.
pojechać.
Alright, let's go.
Ochrona.
Yeah, 5 definitely frogged a little bit too much there and didn't go for reserves. Jards, on the other hand, he managed to keep fire, so he can definitely take on the early lead here.
Silny
A good Wooper crate snipe, but then again, he wasn't really aware. Like, when you're at the start of the race, you should definitely look back more. Especially, you should always watch the minimap at the start of the race, because there's always gonna be someone behind you. And it's always important to check the minimap and also to look behind to see if there's anyone behind you.
ten
And,
obóz, przy dworze. Jest przed tobą
Yeah,
Furet jest
5
no,
was
a-
definitely not careful enough here and got hit by the bomb. But then again, we also see items even teleporting really badly. That missile just teleporting. It's gonna be difficult for 5 to really hit anyone here, because if the missile hits when someone is teleporting into the ground, the game will not count that as a hit. So it's gonna be really difficult for 5 to actually use these missiles, because the players will just teleport into the ground.
And we are seeing the,
Mam
the
dużo
Australians in
ochrony.
winning positions again.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess the host change is really working out in their favor. Although we have to admit, kinda, it also puts the Polish team definitely at a strong disadvantage, to be honest, because they just can't hit anyone. It's just it's a little bit unbalanced for sure.
White Beaker na lewym forku,
Tak,
ale-
lewy fork jest i TNT
And
też
yeah, it's really difficult to really huge these plays, because like if 5 missiles someone and someone from the Australian team evades by teleporting into space, Like, you can't call that a good play, you know? That's just very difficult.
Ja mam rakietę
Yeah, it's
10
borderline
metrów.
cheating
Jak
actually.
uderzę z tego typa, to go skombuję.
O, dla mnie to jest... Jest, trafiłem go! Dawaj. Chyba trafiłeś mnie raz.
But this is so confusing. Like,
Yeah.
the players on the minimap are apparently hitting something all the
Yeah,
time, and they're
yeah.
not hitting anything.
Yeah.
They're getting red for no reason, so we
Mm.
have no idea what to say or what's happening.
I guess Jarl's perspective is kinda accurate.
Jak ta rakieta?
So we see 5 and Miniak in position 2 and 3.
Jarl's getting an orb.
And yeah, Jarlza has an orb now. I mean, I guess the advantage here is since they are hosting now, the orb will actually target players. And we see that orb is actually working out really nicely for Team Australia. Yeah, I guess one of the issues that they had in earlier races is like when you are hosting and you have really bad lag, the orb is known to just avoid players altogether. And now that they are hosting, they can actually hit all the players with the warp orb. And as you can see, the warp orb worked out really nicely for them. They have winning positions now again. So yeah.
Yep, it's another win for Australia.
Yep, another win for Australia, and a pretty decent win actually. It's a win by 5 points, I think. But then again, 5 points. This also means that Australia has definitely lost that match since there's only 2 tracks left, and they have more than 8-point difference. So yeah.
17 mamy do 20.
Kinda unfortunate. They just lost too many points in the first 4 races.
Chciałem duży zapas na luzie.
Chyba już nie mogą wygrać. Ile jest za top 4 plus?
19.
No to mamy plus 44.
No to...
No to jest pograne.
Oh, for the first time, Matthews Gamer did not come in 5th.
Jak najbardziej.
But he did like 5 times in a row.
Yeah. Definitely impressive on his own.
Yo, hi, Elvis.
No tamten host był o wiele lepszy, tak, masz rację.
I guess it's just really difficult
Nie wiem, jak dostałem
for the
tego
players
typa.
in the bottom 2 spots to really make any good plays, because even if you get a mask or 3 missiles, with that extreme lag, it's not even guaranteed that you can actually hit someone. Like the player ahead of you may just teleport into oblivion, and then your missiles are basically useless. So I guess the lag plays a major role here when it comes to like not being able to catch up.
I mean, it's sad that Australia already
Yeah.
lost, but at least we have like very interesting tracks. The last 2 tracks, we have like Slide Colosseum and Gingerbread Joy.
Zabrać.
It's always a joy to watch.
Yep. I guess
tracks.
the advantage of Slide Coliseum when it comes to wars like these is there's no blue fire or any sacred fire that you can lose.
Chyba nie opłaca się ich brać.
So I guess getting desync hitted out of nowhere is not as bad as on Hot Air Skyway or Thunderstruck, for example.
To warto.
But
Jak
it's still
masz
bad, of
rakiety,
course.
jak
But
masz maskę,
yeah.
to warto, jak masz rakiety, to warto.
I guess that's the one advantage that Slide Coliseum has, is that you can't lose any fire because there is no fire.
Yep.
Postaram się szybko.
We are seeing 5 going fast, like usual.
Yep.
Dobra.
TNT po lądowaniu po kacie przed prostą.
Okay, the TNT was a questionable
Pierwszy
placement, but
box TNT. Teraz.
I would
Yeah,
place it in the air, to be
it's
honest,
a
but-
very obvious TNT. A lot of people place it there because a lot of people tend to jump over the tires.
Kanistry z rzędu.
Masz sakreda?
Że miałem.
But then again, the fact that this spot is so popular to trap means also a lot of players are gonna avoid it. So yeah.
I mean, we can't see any like actual like
Ja mam
lag
dużo.
on 5 screen, but we can see on his minimap that they're porting like crazy still.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Jadza has taken out Matty's Gamer. Matty's Gamer is so far behind now, it's gonna be really difficult for him to catch back up, if not impossible. But Jadza getting the Turbo Canister, which is pretty much the best item on this track, since it allows you to get Sacred Fire, which is otherwise unattainable. So, Jadza definitely has a means to catch up now, and Sacred Fire on this track saves a lot of time over the course of 5 laps nonetheless.
Dostał. Ciekawe, czy to wyskoczę.
Super Engine again. The Super Engine is a really useful item on this track, since the blue fire is even faster than Sacred Fire, and you can go a lot faster than your opponents just by using the Super Engine. Like, the Slide Coliseum is pretty much the only track where you want multiple Super Engines.
Sorry, że strasza, ale ciągle mam rakiety. I Bikerek jest...
Ta jest
proszę
cały
was.
czas TNT na tym kacie nad oponą.
Okej, czy jednak tego nie dostał?
And we are seeing Joss actually like really playing like consistent and strong, nice lines.
Yeah, he can
Fast,
definitely
even
catch up
faster.
now.
He's even faster now.
Yeah,
Like,
he's-
some crazy grass cuts.
He takes his own teammate out of the way. What? What? Why the fuck is he hitting his own teammate?
Dowieziemy to top 3?
Okay.
That's not how it's supposed to be.
Orb?
Orb poleciał. 10 chyba.
I mean, he had space to go tighter, so I guess
Yeah.
I don't understand.
He loses the Sacred Fire, he puts his teammate back. Like, that was definitely a questionable play by him. And he hits his own teammate again! What are they doing?
What the hell?
Top 4?
What is
Top
this?
4?
Yes!
And yeah, top 4 for Poland. Like, I mean,
deserve because what
this is
what the hell was that?
what can you really say to this?
Zależy z kim.
No właśnie, no zależy z kim.
I did not expect that to happen, but I
Yeah,
guess
like,
that's
what the
just how it is sometimes. Yeah, Poland is stacking those points, like, holy shit.
Kurwa, to ładnie
Tylko już
zamyka.
miałem super engine z niebieskim 2 razy.
There's Civil War and also
Myślałem, że to chyba się przyda.
Słuchaj, to jest 20 sekund Blue Fire.
No, myślę, że możesz spokojnie tego używać na tej trasie.
maybe they're joking around because they already lost, but
Yeah,
They need
maybe
the
they
point.
don't care anymore, but
They need the point.
it doesn't look like that. It looked more like being unintentional or just a lack of knowledge, you know.
Kto tutaj grał ponad... Znaczy, kto tam wygrał? Fajbuś?
5-5.
Jatsa is from NZ. New Zealand, I guess. That is.
Yep.
Ah, okay. I'm not familiar with the abbreviations.
Co my tam ostatnio żeśmy piknęli?
Gingera chyba.
Gingera.
Yeah, Australia as a whole is definitely underperforming, since Australia has some good players, definitely, but they aren't showing their talent at all here.
Nie powinny.
Nie. One są
I mean,
niezależne.
Poland was overall way better. I mean,
Yep,
let's
yep,
be real, this
yep.
is well deserved by Poland.
Yep, Poland played a lot better. We also, like, something that's also worth mentioning is Poland really doesn't hit themselves. Like, they are very careful. We haven't seen any team kills from Poland, actually. And that's definitely commendable, especially since in CTR, because of the desync and stuff, it's it's very hard to not hit your teammates at all. But the Poland team definitely manages to do that pretty consistently, so that definitely helps as well.
Paczka, która odwraca, no, w którą stronę one się kręcą, no. Ale z tego zrezygnowali, ale zostawili jakby, że to...
And now we have one of my favorite tracks in the game, Gingerbread Joyride. I love this track.
No nie, ale mówię, że to musi być jakaś zaszłość, że to host kontroluje.
Yeah, 5 trying to take strong lines here, but hits the wall.
Plantowałem TNT.
A little bit too strong, 5.
I mean, I guess it doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah.
5 is probably. Oh, he gets collisioned
Oh,
by
no.
someone who's teleporting, and he fails the shortcut because of it and loses blue fire. That's pretty unfortunate, and that's precisely why I personally don't really go for the shortcut anymore in lap 1, since the chance to get collisioned is just so high, and this missile. Wow! Oh my god, 5 is getting destroyed.
Five.
This is a very rough start here.
Ja akurat założyłem
That doesn't even.
That's destruction.
To TNT było
At
twoje.
least we see Miniac first place.
nie wiem.
Myniak po skrócie przed mostem na kacie jest Beaker.
Okej. Nitro na śniegu prawie.
We see Jaws with strong lines too, and something just happened. I have no idea what happened on his screen. Apparently, Matthew.
5 again, failing the shortcut with a mask. Wow, that's just choking right there.
Dostałem
I mean, yeah, I guess 5 is out of the race. Like, he's not going to make any more
Yeah,
impact on the
he's
race.
gone,
He's just
he's
too
gone.
far behind.
Z lewej.
And it really just comes down to his teammates if they are going to secure top 3 or top 2 maybe. Especially,
Nitro na środku skrótu.
but I guess it will be difficult considering that Jarza is second. His teammate, I don't know exactly who it is, the Beanox Geary, but he's pretty far ahead. 5 again hits the shot. Like, 5 hasn't had any blue fire for like 3 laps already, and
W sensie mogli mi
Maybe we'll get the power. No, he gets
Czyściłem
masked.
kata.
Only-
Okej.
Orb 10.
Maybe you could support his team with the
Mam
power
dodge'a,
item.
Yeah.
dodge'a,
Wal,
oni
wal,
chyba nie
wal.
mają.
yeah, like he can bet on rolling a power item, but that's really as far as it goes now.
Jakby to wal, bo może mi to coś pomóc.
Then again, definitely props to Team Australia here. They are holding on to their lead. Like, Jarza isn't really backspamming anything, but he's playing very consistently. Also, his teammate playing very consistently. They are holding on to that top 2.
Po prostu...
Despite knowing that they already lost the match in its entirety, but
Playing well, actually, yes.
yeah, any point difference is definitely useful in the grand scheme of things.
Macie...
And-
All incoming?
5 again lost blue fire. Oh no, he didn't. He still has it. Okay, nice.
Co? Skąd ten orb?
Orb leci.
And
ten sam,
yeah,
ten sam.
that orb helps Minyak overtaking Jarlstar, but won't really make that big of a difference since Team Australia has 1, 3, and 4.
Ważne.
So yeah, that's strong winning positions for them.
Okej, dobra, drugi.
Oh no, Matthew's game actually managed to overtake one of them. It seems like he got hit after the
Jakaś
STP.
ciota wygrała.
5 again, not having any blue fire. And he still made it to 7th place. Wow.
Hey,
We see James from Team Australia making an even bigger mistake. Wow.
Ja pierdolę, ten wyścig to jest po
yeah, they
prostu-
still won this. If
Yeah,
the collision
this
stays like
yeah,
this.
this is still a win for Team Australia, but a very small win. It's not really making any difference really.
Oh my fucking god.
This was a very rough race for 5. But yeah. That's how it be sometimes. Like, Gingerbread Joyride is a very unforgiving track. I can speak from experience. When you are behind, you stay behind.
Nie, mówię o tobie, bo Matis, bo patrzę na...
Yo, Pacifista, what's up?
Przewaliłem w
We see GTR actually with the strong first place. It's his first place here in the set. So
Nie wiem, fajnego place'a z tym powrotem po STP.
Yeah, Pizza. Like Turismo said, we have 3 more, and we had like overall 5 matches,
yep.
Z drugiej strony fajnie ominąłeś te butelki, te dwie czerwone.
including the one at 1 a.m.
Kurwa, jak żeś to zrobił, to naprawdę...
Okay, is asking for the next one. So the next one is at 3 o'clock p.m. Japan versus Germany.
Dobrze.
After that, we have let me just check it real quick.
GG bardzo.
Then we have Colombia versus USA,
Co-
9 p.m.
Tego, co
and Spain versus Costa Rica and at 10:30
Coś
p.m.
jeszcze było?
Okay, so can we talk about how Miniac had top 3, top 2 in every
Guys,
single
that
race?
Ginger was the
He was
greatest.
That's for
definitely
Maniac.
he was definitely the MVP of this match. Definitely a very strong showing. He was second, first, second. Like
Piszcie sobie przejazdy.
really good, really good.
God, there is no XU country competing.
Przeanalizować.
What is XU?
Ja nie wiem, czy jest sens.
Ex-Yugoslavian. So
Oh,
countries
ex-Yugoslavian.
like
Okay.
Croatia, Serbia, Bosnia, and so on.
Ale jaką postawię?
Oh, okay. I wasn't familiar with that abbreviation. I see.
Jak ja byłem piąty na Gingerze.
Lorna, I will do the commentary with Pepe. Although, like, Garma will stream, but it won't be a commentary. He will just.
Yeah. I will stream, but I will play for Germany, so it won't be a commentary. And the commentary will probably be Pepper and Matty. I would think.
Yes.
All right.
To żeby było.